If you're behind on your credit card bills, well, you're among millions of other Americans. 30, 60, 90-day plus credit card delinquencies are rising. And there are records, folks. And this isn't a good time to be behind on your credit card because many people are getting the pink slip. And once your credit score is trash, you may not be able to get in that same job field as you once had. You might have to settle for less because a lot of employers now, they look at that credit score. And if your credit is trash, well, you'll get passed on by. Now, if you're behind on your credit card bill, these credit card companies, they're smart now. They don't waste any time cutting your credit limit. Now, you can get behind on Capital One, and if you have any other credit cards, immediately those credit issuers, they'll cut your credit limit. And we're talking big time, folks. You might go from a $15,000 credit line all the way down to $500. And if you stop paying and you end up with a charge off, man, you're going to be talking years until you're going to be able to get back in that credit cycle. You're going to be in the dump for a while. Now, the age group that seems to be the most behind on their credit card seems to be under the age of 35. But all ages of delinquencies are rising, and the amount of credit card users, the percent of credit card users who are paying the monthly minimum has never been higher. That's going to end in disaster, especially if you get one of those pink slips from your job saying you're laid off. You're effectively done. And at some point, these credit issuers, they're going to get gut punched. And my suspicion is probably going to be late this year or early next year. So it doesn't look good over the horizon. Now, this is tax season, and a lot of people are looking forward to getting their refund because in this type of economy, that refund might be the difference between you having a roof over your head or you being out on the streets. And gone are the days where you got a tax refund and you went out and got a new living room set. Those days are finished. Any refunds you're getting now, they're going to pay off debt. Now, I did a video a few months ago about Cleveland Cliffs buying U.S. Steel, and I thought that was a bad idea simply because those two companies consolidating would put thousands of workers out of work. So I'm even more against U.S. Steel being bought by a Japanese steelmaker. Not only is that going to put U.S. workers out of work, U.S. Steel would effectively be Japan Steel. And at some point, I think the country's going to have to take a hard look at some of these companies buying U.S. companies, some of these companies, some of these individuals from out of the country buying land, property, and assets that basically threaten America. Now, in my belief, there are probably a handful of Americans who are going to make out on the Japanese company buying U.S. Steel. And that's probably going to be a few politicians and a few executives at the top. But for the worker and probably businesses surrounding that area, it's not going to be good. Now, they're going to put out articles. They're going to show up in the media and tout about how great this acquisition would be. But I got a sneaky feeling a year or two down the road how bad this acquisition really was. So right now, American companies, American assets, American land is up for sale to anybody. Now, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.